Hey guys, it's Danny. Now, weeknight meals are probably one of the toughest meals to get on the table. You want something that's delicious and nutritious, but you also want something that's fast. So today I've got all the bases covered. For this quick bite, I'm showing you how to make my clean and delicious bison and porcini meatballs. So I've got my oven preheating to 400 degrees, and the first thing that I want to do is soak my dried porcini mushrooms. Now I've got a half a cup, which is about a half an ounce of dried porcini mushrooms, and when you buy them, this is what they look like. They're all dried out and they're a little bit hard and crispy. So you're going to pour 1 cup of hot water over the top of them, and we're going to let them soak for about 15 minutes. This is going to let them get nice and soft and supple. Then we're going to drain them off. Reserve the liquid that they soaked in because we're going to use that in the recipe. Give them a rough chop and our mushrooms are ready to go. So guys, when you come home for work, make sure that you soak your mushrooms, then run upstairs, get changed, get cozy, come back down, get ready to make your meatballs. Now in this bowl, I've got 1 pound of ground bison. You could also make these with ground beef or ground buffalo, but I love the bison because it has that earthy, meaty flavor that matches perfectly with our porcini mushrooms. So to this, I'm gonna add in our porcini mushrooms that we've soaked, drained, and then minced up nice and fine. 1 egg, give it a quick beat. In you go. 4 cloves of minced garlic. Now, if you didn't wanna chop up the garlic, you could just do a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, depending on how garlicky you like it. 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs. 1/4 cup of fresh grated Parmesan cheese, nice nutty, salty flavor. 1/4 cup of fresh parsley. Now again, guys, you don't want to do the chopping, just sub 1 tablespoon of dried parsley here. Give that a nice pinch of kosher salt and some black pepper. And then the best way to do this is to get your hands up in there and mix it all together until all the ingredients are well incorporated. Now, if you guys have ever heard the term umami before, it's the 5th flavory sense. So you've got salty, sour, bitter, and sweet, and then umami. Umami is like pungent or savory. It's delicious. Other things that are umami would be like fish sauce is considered umami, and truffle, if you ever tried truffle. Anyway, that's what these porcini mushrooms bring to this dish. And I love finding clean and delicious ingredients like this one because it adds this crazy, amazing flavor to such a simple everyday dish and completely transforms it. Okay, so once you've got all your ingredients worked into the meat, you're ready to start making your meatballs. What you want to do is grab about a tablespoon of the mixture, and you're just going to roll it in the palm of your hands until you've got yourself a ball. It's going to be about the size of a golf ball, and if you keep them this size, you should get 20 meatballs. Once you've got it ready to go, you're just going to lay it right on a rimmed baking sheet that I've got lined with a Silpat mat. You could also line it with some parchment paper, or at the very least, a little bit of cooking spray. All right, then just keep going until you've got them all done and ready to go. Once you've got all the meatballs done, you're gonna stick them into a 400-degree oven for 20 minutes. Now, while our meatballs are cooking, I'm gonna show you a little trick to enhance the flavor of your tomato sauce. You're gonna need about 4 cups of tomato sauce, and I'm using a marinara sauce that I made earlier in the week. And if you guys wanna make your sauce from scratch, make sure you check out this video right over here on how to make a 20-minute tomato sauce. But you can also use your favorite jarred sauce. Just know that if you're buying jarred tomato sauce, you want no more than 5 grams max in the sugar department. Otherwise, you might as well eat a donut. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is remember the liquid that we reserved from our porcini mushrooms, this rich mushroomy water. We're gonna pour that into our sauce, and then just like that, you've got yourself a porcini mushroom infused marinara sauce. Very fancy home cooks we are. You just wanna give that a stir and let the sauce simmer until your meatballs are done. Now you also wanna think about what you're gonna serve your meatballs with. Personally, I love serving them over spaghetti squash, high in fiber, low in carbs. On a weeknight like tonight, I just throw it in the microwave, cooks up super quick, 12 minutes, easy peasy, absolutely delicious. But certainly you could also do this with a more traditional pasta, or just cook up a big pot of a side vegetable that you love, like maybe some steamed broccoli or some green beans. Okay, 20 minutes later, our meatballs are done and they smell amazing. Then what I like to do from here is just grab my tongs and I pop all the meatballs right into the sauce, and then I serve the whole thing right over a platter of spaghetti squash family style. They are a flavor bomb. I get the Parmesan and then that meaty, earthy mushroom with the bison. This is my kind of weeknight meal. You guys have got to give this one a try. Yum. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm Danny Spees, and I will see you next time with some more clean and deliciousness. Very fancy home cooks we are. Then let that simmer until you, otherwise you might as well eat a donut.